Hey, Live It Out Inc. Today's encouragement comes from Proverbs. Proverbs 4:23. And we love a good proverb, right? And it reads, above all else, y'all, guard your heart, for it determines the course of your life. And Solomon is giving his son some advice in this proverb. And if you're a father, I want to encourage you to read the entire chapter so that you can share some wisdom with your family. And Solomon says that he got some advice from his father, David. And Solomon was considered and is still one of the wisest men to ever live. And he's telling his son in verse 6, don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. And the heart, y'all, the heart is the command center for the soul, the mind, the will, your affections. But because of sin, it's a vulnerable place. And Solomon is telling us to guard the vulnerable place. Be alert. Be careful what dwells there. Be careful what you allow to enter your heart. Jeremiah 17:9 says, the heart is deceitful. And Solomon is saying, you got to guard it. Jeremiah like, the heart is deceitful, man. And Solomon is like, but bro, you got to guard it. You got to watch what you put in there. Jesus said in Luke 6:45, the good person produces good, the evil produces evil, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you got hurt, it's going to come right out your mouth. If you got anguish, it's going to come out of your mouth. Whatever you speaking, if you got anguish, if you got pain, if you got hurt, if you got joy, it's coming out of your mouth. Happiness. People are going to know that you're happy. Whatever's in the heart, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. I remember when I was in middle school and I made the decision that I didn't want to curse anymore. Because everybody was cursing. All the kids were cursing. I was like, I don't want to curse no more. And from that day, I haven't cursed. And I remember when I became a worship leader, for a few years, I used to lead worship. And I was like, this really came in handy because I can't bless and curse out of the same mouth. Either I'm going to bless you or I'm going to curse you. And I know some of y'all that love to curse, like people they understand me better when I'm cursing. They don't get the full effect when I ain't cursing at them. I was like, you can speak the same blessing. The same effect can be done with blessings, y'all. So I just remember making that decision. And I'm glad that I did. But David is a good example for this. David, who was one of God's favorites, the evil of his heart, stole Uriah's wife, slept with Uriah's wife, committed adultery, and then had Uriah put on the front line to be murdered. And what does David do? David's prayer in Psalm says, Lord, create in me a clean heart, because I don't know what I just did or why I did that, why that evil was in my heart. And Jesus said that evil produces evil. The good produces good. So the heart and Jeremiah said the heart can be deceitful. And Solomon is telling us you got to guard it. You got to guard it because it can be deceitful. You got to guard it because when you're feeling and doing and you receive evil things, you're going to speak evil things. So you got to be careful. You got to protect your heart. And it's important that we guard our hearts. Okay, I'm already at 4 minutes. This was going to be so good. But Live It Out Inc., my advice for you today, my encouragement rather for you today, is to guard your heart above all else. Watch what you have coming in and monitor what's coming out of your mouth. See you tomorrow.